not the greatest conditions for the home opener. What are your thoughts on how that affected things?
I mean, it's not going to be the cleanest game when you have these conditions from either team. Still, I think that we didn't give up that many chances. You would think with the wind and with the wet conditions there'd be more. I mean, our best 2 chances were 2 penalties, which is unfortunate, but it's a good sign that I think that even in the second half, when I think we dominated with the wind, especially the last 15-20 minutes. But I also think when we were against the wind, we pretty much dominated possession second half, and we were the ones that had the little bit of more dangerous situations, especially in the box. So it's coming. It's a work in progress. It's coming. It's kind of hard. We gave up a goal in the 96th minute against North Carolina and a penalty today against Seattle, and that's the difference right now for us. So happy with the girls. I think they didn't let the weather affect them as much as they could. I think we're going to train a little bit more clinical in the final third. But overall, I mean, I can't. Yeah, of course, you want to win or you want to take points, but the style of play, how we play, dominate against a good team. It's a good Seattle team. I'm happy with that.
Denise, take me through the decision-making process with Carli. I'm just wondering if you guys had a conversation about the full 90, whether there was any thought about sort of pulling her early with conditions, or was part of this, for her, you think maybe to prove a point by staying out there?
What do you mean?
Just for her to stay out for the entire time and make sure that she's there leading the team.
No, I mean, she's a leader whether she's on the pitch, off the pitch, on the bench. If I thought in any way she needed to come out or there was, then I would have took her out. But there's always an option. She's a goal scorer. She obviously.
Right.
So when you're chasing goals, those are the players that you want to try to leave on as long as possible.
I know for you coming here, I think you called it kind of your dream job. Obviously the conditions weren't great, things don't go your way, but what kind of emotionally maybe for you just to kind of coach your first game here?
No, I mean it was good. It's good to also get it under your belt. It's a little bit of like anxiety a little bit, of course. You're nervous, you want everything to go great, and at the end of the day it's we have this. So but no, I'm happy to be home and like I said, we want to kind of build something that's for the future. It's going to take time. The staff is patient, and the players are patient, and it will come. And when it comes, it's going to pour like this.
Along that line, and you are trying to build something.
Yep.
When you have conditions like this, but you have this many people out here, I mean, that's got to feel good for the potential of what you can be or what can be here.
For sure. I mean, I think we want to build a product that we're proud of as players and staff, but also with fans and people that really love the game, they can come and watch to learn or to develop or for enjoyment. So there was a lot of people. I gotta know my family was here. I forced them, but so no, it's going in the right direction for sure.
You ever play in anything like this?
Oh, of course. I played 11 years in Sweden. We played in snowstorms.
So did you have any strategy, anything you were giving your players for just how you weather something like that?
The only thing that most of the strategy is, it's the field is pretty in good condition for the rain. So mostly it's like if we're under pressure or we just gotta use the wind. Just we're not taking chances because it's easier for a mistake, maybe a small technical mistake to happen in these conditions. So we're gonna try to have our style, but less risk today. That's kind of what we were going with.
Obviously, it's only been a couple of games, but how do you think Savannah McCaskill responded to you kind of moving around, asking her to go maybe where the team needed her?
I mean, I don't really think she's has a set position yet. I think she's young. I think that's kind of a little bit of her strength. I think she's a good central player, but I think she can play the 8, she can play the 10, she can play the 9, and 7, 11, which is a good thing also. So she can move around in a lot of places for us.
You touched on it a little bit, but how important is it to have Carli also kind of back at home, kind of in that leadership role, especially with younger players like Savannah McCaskill, as you mentioned, kind of trying to build something.
Right. I mean, it's huge for sure. She wants to be here. She's invested in the style of play that is, and then she's able to show by example, both in training, on the field, and just kind of experience. So yeah, it's definitely a huge benefit for us.
Do you expect to see her track back as much as maybe she did today, or was this just really a function of what we're dealing with outside?
Everyone defends. Everyone attacks, everyone defends. That's
It wasn't great in the conditions, obviously, but how great was it just for you to kind of be back home and playing the home opener here?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, unfortunately, it's mid-April and it still feels like mid-January. But, despite the weather, it was good to play back at home, and wish we could have gotten the result. Unlucky there with the, PK goal on their end. But, we just got to keep plugging away. I think that, we got to just continue to stick to our game plan and continue to get better. And I think second half we possessed, we did well against the wind. And just got to give everybody that confidence to know that we can play our game and still do well against these teams.
Carli, I saw you beginning of the second half, just before it started, talking to Rocky and Sarah Killian. I'm just curious what the conversation was in general, and just how often you've tried to sort of embrace that as part of your role as a leader on this team.
Yeah, I mean, anything that I can do to help the team and make players better, that's what it's really all about. I know that when I was a young player before and always looked to kind of the older veteran players for advice, and it's just telling them, obviously switching the point of attack. I think that was huge. I think that we kind of got pinned down one side. Obviously with the wind it was a little tough, but just trying to tell all three of us we need to connect more and kind of dictate that tempo. So it's a good relationship, and there's some great players out on the pitch, and just enjoying playing with everyone.
Obviously, the weather put a damper on things, but considering what it was like out here, to see this group of fans, their type of dedication to sit through this, that's got to be kind of encouraging for what you can build here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for fans to stick it out like this, it was getting worse as the game went on. Says a lot about our fans. So hopefully the next home game is a lot sunnier and warmer, and we've got a full crowd here.
How many people did you have here today?
Probably just a couple. A lot of people bailed last minute.
Before the game, you were honored for 100 national team goals. Has that achievement kind of sunk in for you a little bit?
I think it sunk in for 2 minutes and then it quickly left. I'm over it. It's done. It's over with. There's a lot more that I've left to accomplish, and while loads of other people think it's a historic moment, for me it's just another one in the bag, and just got to keep moving forward and get better.
Carli, is part of playing all 90 minutes in conditions like this demonstrating something to your teammates? Do you feel like you at some level prove a point by doing that?
For me, it's, I train in any condition. I mean, obviously you don't like to train in this, but it is what it is. You can't control it. There's things that you can't control, weather is one of those, and you have to be, willing to be up for any sort of task, whether that's sunny, whether it's wind, rain, snow. For me, my training is the same way. I train all different times of the day. Sometimes it's morning, sometimes it's night, sometimes it's afternoon.
Sometimes it's Christmas Day.
Sometimes it's Christmas Day. Sometimes it's early morning. It just all varies, and you just got to get accustomed to putting in that work and being used to it.
The 100 goals, I mean, I think some people called it kind of fitting that, it wasn't necessarily a world beater goal. It was the kind of goal that comes, you get 100 because you grind out, the time, the effort. Can you talk about having to balance, obviously there's certain long-term planning that has to go into building a career, but at the same time, you have to focus on each goal as it comes in order to build 100, right? So for you, how do you balance kind of day by day versus like setting long-term goals for yourself, like the World Cup or the Olympics?
Well, there's always that World Cup and Olympic goal. that long-term goal that I've got in the back of my mind, and each and every day is you're kind of working towards that. You're not solely focused on that, but you're living in the present moment, and you're just focusing on what you have right in front of you. I think that's the key. Not getting too far ahead of things. There's still loads of time. There's still loads of years ahead, and for me, it's just kind of being in that present moment and taking care of what I have to take care of at the moment.
And Carli, now that you've been here a few weeks with Sky Blue, what have you envisioned success looking like? Just in like a macro way, success for the franchise, success for your time here. When you think about that big picture, what do you see?
Well, I think, I have an opportunity to have a, long-term partnership. I mean, obviously, I played here at Rutgers. I grew up in New Jersey. I've been a part of New Jersey youth soccer. It's kind of a win-win for everyone. So I think that it's an awesome start to what could be a fantastic journey. And I'm thrilled to be back home. And I think that, aside from me obviously being home, I think from the team standpoint, we have Denise is doing a really, really good job of implementing philosophy, and as long as we kind of build together and buy into it, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think we can play an exciting brand of football.
Just off the field as well. I spoke to a little girl in the stands who was freezing, and she was there, and this was her first game because you were playing in the game. How many times do you have stories like that? People come up to you and say that, and how much do you think that matters in terms of the type of success you're looking to build here?
It's huge. I mean, any type of draw where someone's from this area is huge. I know, for me, my friends and family are going to be able to come and watch me play. Obviously, a lot of them bailed today, which I don't blame them. But it's exciting, and you hear the buzz, and I'm down where I live in Medford, New Jersey, and someone said to me today, welcome home. So there's buzz about it. It's excitement, and I'm just looking forward to kind of building with Sky Blue.